I didn't do any videos yesterday because I didn't really do anything yesterday. I was pretty exhausted from the day before, so I mostly just napped off and on and read a lot and wrote a lot. And anyway, I had plans today, but they all fell through because instead we are having to have a meeting at 2 to talk about noise problems. And actually, it's not even our group that's in trouble. It's another American group that moved into the foyer. And they're the ones who've been running along the terrace screaming and, banging doors at 1 a.m. But we're being punished. So anyway, I'm a little bit miffed. So I have an hour and a half before said meeting, which isn't really enough time to do any of the stuff that I wanted to do. So I'm just kind of wandering. Yeah, so right now I'm in the garden that's right across from the foyer, and I haven't been here before, so I'm just kind of exploring. See, here's where I am. French gardens are beautiful but kind of lame because you can't actually get on the grass or anywhere near the greenery. You are relegated to the benches. There happens to be dirt here, but from what I can tell, usually there's pavement, so they're not the most comfortable places to hang out. You can see all of the places that are actually sunny are on the grass, where we are not allowed. So that's kind of lame. Anyway, I'm thinking maybe I'll find a bench and sit somewhere and read. Found a place to sit, or at least I can people watch. All the people. That's the entrance over there. One of the entrances. Yeah, like I said, pretty, but not necessarily very comfortable. There are a lot of pigeons. I found at least 3 distinct kinds of pigeons, and I don't know what any of them are called, but that's one of the things I intend to find out before I leave the city. These guys kind of look like mallards. They've got little rings around their neck. And they're a little bit bigger. And look, they're coming to see me! I don't have anything to feed them, though. I should. You guys are really interested in my pigeons, I'm sure. Look at them! Yay! You guys will be my friends, won't you? Yeah, this is pretty sad. I was going to go to the Asian Art Museum, but no, I'm on a bench in a strange park talking to pigeons. It's like some sort of portent to my future. Anyway, it's okay, I'm just annoyed. Yesterday I was pretty ornery, and I think it's a combination of being tired and having my food schedule being completely screwed up. I just generally spent the day being annoyed with Paris and annoyed with Parisians. A lot of the stuff that they say about Paris, about the people being hard to get along with, and the men being forward, and that sort of stuff, a lot of that is true on some level. But the thing to remember is that Parisians aren't really rude, and they're not really overly rude to Americans or to tourists or anything like that. It's just, when you feel like they're being rude to you, they're just being Parisian. And they treat each other that way. And it's not considered rude. And I appreciate the directness. That's good. But when you're not feeling very good during the day anyway, it can be a little bit hard to deal with. Feeling like everyone in the city hates you. And yesterday was like awful Parisian man day for me. It seemed like I couldn't walk anywhere. Like, I'd sit down, and within 5 minutes there would be some guy sitting next to me trying to pick me up or something. And I don't know if they all like learn how to do that together, because they all use the same strategy. They'll sit down, and they might greet you in French, but either in French or in English, the first thing they will say to you is something like, "Are you okay?" And it'll be like a concern for your well-being, even though you're there reading a book. Like, it's not like you're writhing on the ground in pain or something and clearly in need of help. And then there'll be small talk, usually about the weather. And then, like, the fourth complete sentence they will say to you is something like, "So, is it possible to contact you?" Which is when I usually just say no and walk away. Anyway, they all do that, and I have to think that it must work sometimes because they all do it. And if it never worked, you think they would stop doing it at some point. So I kind of wonder what sort of woman it works on. Anyway, I just could not be left alone at all yesterday. Everywhere I went, there was some guy, and it got to the point where, like, I would be approached and I would just, like, yell and walk away really quickly because I just couldn't deal with it anymore. Anyway, I'm better today. It was just me being upset at the world. I was just being tired. I went home and I fell asleep, and I felt a lot better when I got up at like 2 a.m. And my roommate was out drinking somewhere, so I played guitar and I read, and then I fell asleep, and so far it's been good. So it happened again. I have to leave right now and go back to my dorm. I sit down on a park bench, and I'm halfway through the first paragraph in my book, and some guy sits down and he's like, "Let me buy you a soda, I am French." I was like, "No, that's really good. I'm reading my book now." And he's like, "Maybe tomorrow." I was like, "Nope, not going to be here tomorrow. Still not going to want a soda." Anyway, so now I'm leaving. So, yeah. I don't really get it. I mean, I guess it's nice that you at least know what men are looking for up front. It's a lot better than having to decipher things. But it's exhausting. And it's a little weird to me because they don't know anything about you. I mean, they want your phone number right away. And for all they know, I'm disease-ridden, or I have an extra head under my shirt or something, or I'm an axe murderer. I don't know. I could be anything. But they don't care. They want my phone number. Anyway.